Good evening to you all. How the devil are you? Welcome back to Disgrace Lands. This is Robbo Lands Vids. I'm Rob Wheatley. Glad to have you here. Glad to be somewhere. It's good to be somewhere. It's been a quiet week, isn't it? Not much has gone off, really. God's sake. I'm saying nothing. World War III, people hating on each other, people getting in each other's throats. There's shouts of kill these people and kill that people, and these people are no good, and build a wall here and build a wall there. And that's just the BotBots Hangouts, man. I've just been watching that thing. That's just quite awesome. Anyway, yeah, enough of that. Oh dear. It's enough politics, I think, for one day. Oh, let's get the beer out of the way first, shall we? Say hello to Dave. There he is. He's got a very, very close eye on the beer today. Dave McCallum, the Invisible Pineapple. I haven't done that for a while. There's more things to point at today as well. I'll be pointing quite a bit in this video, so if you enjoy the pointy bits, stick around. There might be more. First of all, the beer. What we got today? Oh dear. I think I've got a bit excited there. My heart's... Got this. Firkin Fox. Badger Firkin Fox. Why am I looking over there? That's where the buttons are. Badger Firkin Fox. 4.6%. 4.6%. Count them. It's cold. It's been in the fridge. Citrusy hops and all that sort of business. We'll give it a bit of a go. It's actually a really nice beer. I haven't had one of these for a while, until a couple of nights ago. Then I did have one and thought, oh, that's a really nice beer. So I had another one like the other night, and then bought another one. I don't know. They keep appearing, these things. I don't know where they come from. Anyway, let's pour it out. Let's have a slurp. Look at that, quite nice. Look at that, golden colour, golden nice. Oh, so what has been happening? I try to think. Oh, update on here. I think the last video I had computer problems. My PC was screwed up, and first thing was my sound card looked like it had died. It started going when it was playing loud noises. So I tested it through 7 shades of shit, because I have a box of 7 shades of shit. There's another box with 6 shades, but that wasn't anywhere near enough. So 7 shades of shit, tested it. The thing appeared to be, you know, screwed up. So I went on eBay, bought another one, and a couple of days later, my computer crashed. Wouldn't boot, wouldn't do nothing, governor. And running tests on the damn thing, it looked like the hard drive was shagged. And it wasn't shagged at all. It just looked like it was. So we did a load of tests. I got my buddy Roy over from Walton, and thank you very much again. He did an emergency visit the other day because he was down here in Wivenhoe. That was really cool, and he ran some tests on it, and there seemed to be nothing wrong with it. So the only option was left that Windows said that I could reinstall Windows 10, and it would leave all of my files where they were, apart from the programs and apps, which was a bloody great list of them, this long. So I know what's missing, but what it meant was I had to reinstall everything, and you know, it seemed to be the Windows 10 anniversary update that screwed loads of other people's computers up, screwed my computer up. So I reinstalled Windows and did all that business, and you know, after not having the computer running properly for about a week or so and having to run an old disk with Windows 7, blah blah blah, computer shit, who cares? And then as I was reinstalling Windows, it had the audacity to come up with this lovely message. Yeah. These updates help protect you in an online world. Well, technically, yes, it did protect me in an online world by wiping my fucking computer out. Therefore, I had no online world, therefore I was protected from it. Thank you very much, Windows. Really nice stuff. Thanks for the heart attack and making me spend another 50 quid on a sound card because I thought the old one was broken, and when I got the new one and tested it and then tested the old one wasn't broken. So now I've got 2 damn sound cards. Here, I've got this other one here. Identical in every way to my old one, except without having 6 years of smoke being blown up its arse. So now I have an extra EMU 02 USB. I have a spare one. But next time Windows is another year old and completely wipes out everything else in this damn room. So that was 50 quid I spent, which was 50 quid I didn't really have. So then I updated my computer, reinstalled the programs, and now, because my licence had expired on Reaper, the DAW that I use, the recording studio software I use, and I was just running it without a licence, which was fine. Now it's decided that I've got 60 days to buy the licence, or it's going to come away and it's going to come and take my children. I haven't got any children, so I've got to work fast. I've got to go on a shagathon out there, try and impregnate as many people as possible, so I have children, so Windows can take them away from me, again in a year's time when they F up my computer. So that's all good. So it means I've now got to spend another $60 on a new licence for Reaper. And luckily, something happened in America the other day. Some bloke in a wig moved into a new house or something like that, and that's actually causing the dollar to plummet somewhat, which is great news for us in the UK, because the pound has been plummeting somewhat, quite a lot, since the Brexit fiasco. Or is it Farrago? Farrago. Most of you won't understand that, but you know, those that do. That's a Nigel Farage reference, or as I like to call him, Farage. Because he hates the French, because they're not English, so why should we have a French name? Anyway, the important stuff is, what does this damn beer taste like? We give it a slurp. Smells like a 51-year-old man's nose. Hang on, that is mine. Everything smells like that. What the hell's... That's a damn fine piece of beer, I tell you. That is. I thought it was reminding me of summer. I just looked out. The heating's on about 54 degrees. Let's kill that off before it burns my retinas. So, been a good week. Just had a guitar lesson earlier, and the student that I was teaching wanted a new electric guitar. He was getting a guitar for his birthday, Christmas, whatever, all joined up in one. And so, a few weeks ago, I gave him a tour of the electric guitars in here. You know, the basic food groups, your Strat food group, your Telly's food group, your SG, your Les Paul, all that sort of business. And yeah, so I sort of suggested have a look at the Epiphone SGs, the SG Special, the Chinese built one with the built-in kill switch now, and he got one, and he brought it over today, and I have to say, I'm incredibly impressed with it. It was just such a well put together guitar. I was examining it forensically for any signs of shoddiness, and there was none. You know, the neck is gorgeous on it, small and chunky at this end, big and wide and flat at this end, and the frets were really well done, no rough edges, no nothing, the tuners all worked, everything was sweet. The only thing, I think the nut probably was just a standard plastic nut, so that could be changed at some point. You know, it's an SG, it's for putting fuzz on it and giving it that. And the action could have been lowered just a touch at the bridge end, and that's about it. But the lad's over the moon with it, and he was playing really, really well, so that's really nice to know. So yeah, the new, I think it's the Epiphone Chinese built SG Special. I think it's the bottom of the range one. They've now fitted a kill switch on it, and that was pretty cool, because I said, do you know what the kill switch is for? He said, not really. He says, what I do is when my mum knocks on the door, he said, I just press it, but it knocks the guitar out and I can hear what she's saying, which is very rock and roll. So awesome stuff. They're coming in at under 200 quid or something like that at the moment, and I think, again, without risking it on an unknown Chinese import or something like that you don't really know what's going on and things are variable. I know this is another Chinese built guitar, and but yeah, bloody awesome. The paint job was fantastic as well. Piano black, really, 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 really shiny. We like that sort of stuff. Anyway, what else has been going on? I haven't fallen over and bashed my head again like I happened the last time. I haven't deleted anything apart from all the programs that disappeared off Windows, and I had an idea for my Ovation. Now, some of you might know that my Ovation is suffering a bit. It was second hand when I got it, and it appears that it may have been a bit bashed before I got it, and it's showing signs of dying on me. Basically, there's a loose brace here, there. Let's just turn it down for a sec because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Oh, there's a scratchy block. a loose bracelet, you can hear that. And the action is about 80 foot higher than what it should be. And it seems that the wood is coming away from the plastic here, and the whole body's lifting and warping and all this sort of stuff. And I was thinking, what am I going to do with this? Because I can't really lower it anymore, and while there are steel strings on it, it's going to keep adding tension and probably pulling the thing in all sorts of directions and making it worse. So I thought the other day I could put nylon strings on it. That would sort of work on an Ovation, wouldn't it? I mean, you can't put steel strings on a nylon guitar, but you can put nylon strings on a steel guitar. But then I was on Facebook, and one of my favourite ever guitarists, this guy called Billy Jenkins, amazing guitar player. I've seen him live a whole bunch of times. He's just done a couple of albums in slack-tuned guitar, and I've got one of them, Semi-Detached Suburban House, I think it's called. Really bizarre album, fantastic, really atmospheric, and just him playing an acoustic guitar all the way through it is bloody gorgeous. And I was listening to one of his podcasts the other day, and he said that what he does is he drops his guitar, for that slack tuning, everything by 2 whole tones, so 4 frets. Surely, you're saying, you'd need a baritone guitar or something like that, extended scale length and heavier strings. Or do you? So I got this Ovation, and I thought, I'll drop it 2 tones. No, 1 single tone, sorry, 2 frets. So I took the E down to a D, and the A down to a G, and the D down to a C, and the etc. And it sounded really good. It sounded quite interesting. And I thought, let's go the whole hog. So I dropped it another whole tone. So now this is 2 whole tones, 4 notes lower than a standard guitar. So if I get my normal guitar here, there's my E string. So on the 4th fret here we should find, there you go. Now this is very slack tuning. These are 11s on here, and they're knackered old strings. They're elixirs, and they've got loads of hair and fur on where they've all gone funny. But this is now tuned 2 whole tones down. So you just play a G, C, D, and it sounds quite ominous. The weird thing about this is you start playing things, and because they sound so different, you're playing normal chords and things that you'd normally, mess around with, and nothing really happens. With this, because the strings are so slack, you have these amazing bending powers now. Nice and ominous. Then you turn the sound up. Just hit the volume on this a bit. Relish this bass. Relish this bass. Oh! Oh! We like that. We like that. plugged into the old EMU 0202 and just on direct monitor, so there's no effects, no nothing. This is absolutely clean signal coming out from two little tiny epoxy speakers and a subwoofer. Isn't that cool? We can make it even dirtier. Finger fell off. These strings are so slack that it's taking quite a little bit of different sort of techniques to get used to them. My little finger's just done wobbly. What's happened there? And so I'm finding my fingers are sort of going underneath and over the top and pinging the strings. But listen to that bend. Isn't that sweet? Get a guitar, trash the tuning as low as humanly possible. Only whales can hear this apparently. Up here, dogs with very, very flappy ears. Down here, whales. Not the country of Wales, they can't hear anything. But, well, they can, not from here though, because my voice is not in there. I think I'll just play a little bit more, shall I? Yeah, okay. Sweet stuff. Chill out, people. Enjoy yourselves. Remember, tomorrow's another shitty day. Why waste all the anger on this one? We've got more to look forward to tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to go and drink that beer if I can prise it away from Dave. There'll be more news from Jeff. We will get round to the second part of questions and answers at some point in the near future. Just trying to find the old mojo, you know. It's here somewhere. Maybe it's under this cloth. Oh God, there's no. Jeff, did you do that? Lick it up. Lick it up. Can't get the staff these days. Catch you on the next one.